Hi there guys, Sam here, welcome back to another video. Join me once again in my MK8 Golf R to talk about a topic around sort of like 0 to 60 times, around sort of like performance figures and stats where manufacturers such as VW, obviously a topic I talk about a lot on this channel around sort of like the performance variant cars, can potentially lie, stretch the truth, and yeah, a discussion about that with you guys. So let's get straight into this one. So yes, welcome back to another video. I hope everyone is all well. Now, something that's really come up in the last couple of weeks is around sort of like power figures, 0 to 60 times and all this kind of bits, and I really wanted to get into it and get into my thoughts around it and yeah, where I'm kind of at. So I wanted to start by saying it's generally around the Golf 8R. Now, VW quote this car as having 320 PS and a 0 to 60 time of 4.7 seconds. Pretty par for the course for that type of hot hatch. Ironically, a slightly slower 0 to 60 time than the Mark 7.5 as quoted. So I don't know, yeah, who knows about that, you know, make your own mind up if more power means less performance. And it kind of got me thinking, because I was like, that car's never, you know, it's definitely going to be faster than that. Technology's come a long way, and as has been proven from other videos, which I'll link in the description as well, that car is certainly has a lot more power and is a lot quicker 0 to 60 times than that, to a degree where it's not even like within some sort of tolerance, it's a completely different level. So from a dyno run, from a new Golf 8R, so not running yet, the engine's got to loosen up. It's got, you know, it takes tens of thousands of miles for an engine to loosen up and to get the peak performance out of it. It was quoted at having 340 PS and slightly higher torque as well. And this, these cars have also been tested 0 to 60 at under 4 seconds, 3.94, I believe Carwow did one in. So massive amounts of performance, like, yeah, huge. Anything sub 4 seconds is always going to be quick, because you just get to a level where you can only go so fast, particularly in, you know, a sort of affordable hatch. That's kind of where it's at. So why is this? Why is this so different? And why is, you know, why are they so far off what VW is saying? You know, VW have a history of lying to us from Dieselgate, and they paid the price for that. So why are they lying us in sort of like the wrong way in this? So I've got a couple of thoughts on this. First of all, I want to talk about the other R models, or other models that VW sell. The Golf is no longer really their top priority. They've got other priorities, and they also want to shift more expensive cars, because there's the higher the price of the car, the more potential room for profit, etc. So let's take the Tiguan R, the new one that's come out, same engine, EA888 engine, quoted as 320 PS. Let's just say it's probably the same tune as the Golf R, so it probably does have 340 PS. But it's a big SUV, so it's going to be slower. That car has a 0 to 60 time quoted of 4.9. So officially by VW, it's only 0.2 slower. But it's within a close tolerance to sort of say, well, actually, there's nothing in it. But in reality, are you really going to get a sub 4 second time out of a Tiguan R? Probably not. Could you get 4.9 seconds? Yeah, for sure. Maybe even slightly faster than that. Now, the Tiguan R starts at around just over £45,000, so it's a good £6,000 more. And yeah, obviously they want to show that it's as great as it can be. They, you know, people who are looking to buy these type of cars don't want to look and say, oh, well, the Golf R is, you know, it does it in 3.9 seconds, you know, to 60. It's so much better. So much more dynamic, and again, this is why I like it, because it generally is a great car. And they don't want the customer, you guys, to think otherwise. Basically, they want you to think, oh, they're pretty similar, but yeah, obviously it's bigger, it's more space, it's got everything going for it. That's one kind of theory. So by saying, you know, they're quite close, it helps sales. A manufacturer shouldn't say a car can go 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds if there's physically no chance it can do it. It has to be realistic. So I get the fact that they're sort of saying, oh, on the worst quality of fuel in your country, on a rubbish day, which is awful for the car, it can still deliver, or it would deliver a 0 to 60 time of that. That's kind of the idea. I don't think there's 0.2 seconds of a difference between a Tiguan R and a Golf R. Personally, from the videos that I've seen of the Golf 8R, it looks like an absolute rocket. And I talk to you guys as well in the community, which is fantastic. I really do enjoy, you know, please subscribe and get involved, like, share. It really does help this channel. I think it's coming along really, really well. I enjoy talking to you all. But yeah, I spoke to someone, I think on Thursday's video, and they're talking about their GTI Club Sport and how much he was enjoying it. And he was saying, yeah, it's got so much more power than they estimate. So it's all these different states of tunes that they try to do. But if you actually get them on the dyno, suddenly you're like, you know, it's just too much effort for VW to start removing so many components to, you know, suffer the performance of a car. It's just easier to just do an ECU tune, isn't it? So, yeah, is there that much difference in power from those two cars? You just don't know. So it does get frustrating for someone looking from the outside, because I did a poll as well with you guys, and I basically asked the question, do 0 to 60 times matter? You know, do they matter to you guys? And that's some really interesting comments as well from that. So thank you from getting involved in that community poll, which is still going on. So I'll keep tracking it. But currently, as things stand today, out of about 133 people who have voted, 73% of people say it does matter. So 3/4 think that it does matter and it will influence your decision in buying a car. That was kind of the question. So it's a weird one how, and again, it does frustrate me with VW, and I know why they do it, but it's all purely down to marketing. It's all purely down to, you know, they've got to fit a car in to be able to sell. And this is why I like the top of the range cars. I like the Golf R. I like the cars where they're not holding really anything back. In the Golf range, VW know they want this R to be top dog because it's the most expensive, all this kind of stuff, and they make sure of that. In other potential R ranges, like, you know, you've got the Arteon, you've got the T-Roc, you've got the Tiguan R, they're all more expensive cars. They can't be shown to see that this Golf 8R is in a kind of potentially another level. Generally because of the weight, that is the real thing, higher centre of gravity and all this kind of stuff. They can't be showing that, so they've got to protect their brand, and I get that. But, I mean, can you imagine how many, I mean, maybe they're saving it for some sort of Golf 8R Plus or something like that, but can you imagine if they're well within their right to quote a 0 to 60 time in 3.9 seconds, because it's been proven that it can be done on like a flat surface as well. So, and if they did, you know, it completely changes the game, really. I know it's a popular car, and people are, even with all this, the issues that are going on in the world, it's looking to be pretty popular. I know a lot of people are having to wait quite a long time for their delivery, a lot of my subscribers and stuff. So there's my kind of thoughts on like the 0 to 60 times of why there's a bit of, they're lying about it, but they're lying about it in the right way. They're just basically, I mean, I don't know where they get their times from. I mean, it's the same thing with like all the emissions stuff and your quoted range for electric cars. It's just all a load of, yeah, it just doesn't work in the real world, really, does it? Yeah, it's an interesting one, but part of me is kind of like, does it devalue a car by saying that it's a lot slower than it actually is and has a lot less power than it actually does? I'd probably say it does, because you're like, you know, I'm paying for this. I want to know what I'm getting. I want to know what the maximum is that I can get. But at the same time, VW are just sort of sitting there to the normal person. Maybe, you know, I like to think, I love chatting to you guys. You know your stuff so much. You're passionate about the brand, passionate about these type of cars, be it a Club Sport, a GTI, a R, or whatever, or you just a car enthusiast. Unfortunately, we're a rare breed, particularly as times are going on. Yeah, it's interesting times ahead, and they just want to shift a car. And, you know, if you've got a family and you're torn between a Golf 8R and a Tiguan R, and you've got the budget for both, and there's nothing different is quoted as performance, you're probably going to take the Tiguan, aren't you? You know, if I had a couple of kids, I'd probably, and I didn't know about cars as much, I probably would be as well. So I see why they do it. But it's something that I wanted to talk about. I get a lot of comments from you guys, and some, you know, I've sort of raised the questions like, are drag races important? I think they really are, actually, because I think they tell the truth. You know, so those YouTubers that kind of go ahead and go for it, you know, they're showing up. They're showing up the manufacturer, and they're really putting them to the test. And yeah, as I discussed in kind of my point of view video yesterday, I also feel that VW know exactly what they're doing. They know that these drag races are out there. They know the millions and millions of views that you get out there. I think there's one video from Carwow, which is on about 11-12 million views, and it's with like a Focus RS, a Golf R 7.5, and a few other hot hatches. And yeah, 11 million people viewed it. And the Golf R got slaughtered. The 7.5 got absolutely slaughtered because it wasn't in an age where that sort of thing was really, really important. So VW is certainly watching and going, as I mentioned yesterday, you know, we've got to make it good for a drag race because that will sell our cars. So it's really interesting how they're just marketing it all in this kind of way. I really do feel it is taking away a lot of kind of the enjoyment and the passion of certainly what I enjoy about cars. But you know, it's a business. It's just as simple as that. You've got to look at it as quite a blunt thing. It's a business. It's the second most expensive purchase that you're ever going to make in your life, and there's money to be had, and they know how to make their money. So yeah, that's what it's all about. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you kind of think about these times, these power figures, these 0 to 60 runs, even a little bit around the drag races. And do you think it's right? Do you think they're doing the right thing? Or do you think they should just be honest? And yeah, really interested to know, because they're so far off. So far off what the Golf 8R is capable of. It just really, really is. But listen, thank you so much for watching. You know, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out other content that I've got on this channel. You know, plenty on my Mark 7 Golf R. I'll still always talk about the Golf 8R, and I really do want to help you guys out, actually. And I want to try a few more like premieres and stuff to basically just help you out with your buying advice. You know, it's tricky times. I sleep and drink and eat cars, really, because I've always been passionate about it from an early age. So I just am happy to kind of help people out, ultimately save you money, because that's all I want to do. I've got no other motive. Yeah, it's just a case of helping you out. That's all the channel is there for. And you know, get involved in the community, that's the biggest part of it. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. But yeah, leave me on this fantastic, gorgeous day today. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the other content. Give this video a like, share, subscribe. It just really helps this little channel grow. And yeah, I really appreciate everyone's support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.